Alright guys, so today we are going to be installing catback TRD exhaust on the Tacoma. I got it from through my local Toyota dealership, and it's a huge box. I want to say it's about like, I don't know, 8 maybe 9 feet long. It's time to actually install it, so let's begin. Here's the exhaust. Alright, so the bubble wrapping, we're not going to take it up until we actually install it. That way, during installation, it won't get accidentally scratched or bent or whatnot. It's not that light, so it's always good to have extra pairs of hands kind of help you out to install this. We're only gonna need one socket basically. It's gonna be 14 millimeter to unhook like this portion of the OEM's exhaust underneath the truck. It's got 2 bolts, one on each side, and those are 14 millimeter in size. So we're just gonna need that, and then 14 millimeter socket along with wrench. And that should be it. Everything else should be just kind of basically plug and play. Alright guys, so it's probably easier to if I just kind of point it out right now before we actually go underneath the truck. So these I guess what you call like the pointy, the metal pieces, these are going to be going in inside those rubber pieces that are already pre-installed on the truck. These are the things basically what's going to be holding this whole exhaust system in place. So we are underneath the truck right now. So this is the part of the exhaust that's coming off. So as you can see, it's pretty long. And like Donnie mentioned earlier, so these are the bolts that are coming out. And the other hooks that you mentioned earlier, so here's one of them. So it's going to be resting on this rubber piece. So when we're removing this, obviously we're going to take it out until we put on the new one. So here's one. Yeah, one right here, one on the other side, and one down there. I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, it's right there. So all of those gonna have to come out. So once we put the new one back in, so we're just gonna be resting those metal hooks that are sticking out of the exhaust and stick it in here, so it will hold most of the weight of the exhaust pipe. Alright guys, so before we begin, losing anything, we're gonna be covering top of the axle with this piece of, rug or old towel, blanket, whatever you have. It should work just fine. We're gonna put it in here just in case, if we end up dropping the exhaust system, it won't, fall and hit the axle. Now we are gonna be removing these 2 bolts right here. Like I said, these are 14 millimeter in size. And you don't need to hold the other side just because it's welded already. So that nut on the other side won't go anywhere. Now, next thing is we're gonna be. So this is the rubber piece that I was talking about. To take it out, we're gonna have to push this metal piece through this hole in the rubber. All right, so we just pushed this piece out through from this rubber. thing that actually it's been holding it in place. But there are three more actually in total of this kind of rubber pieces that we have to remove. Kind of take them out or push these pieces out, so that we can actually remove this exhaust system. Alrighty, so we just actually removed the old exhaust system. Start rotating the exhaust system clockwise. My brother actually was pulling it from the other side back there, and I was pushing it from here where I am right now, right at the tail of the bed. When it got to the point where the tip was somewhere in this area, the exhaust tip, he actually shifted to the driver's side to the left, and then start pulling it, and that's how we're able to actually get that exhaust pipe out. All right, as you can see, my brother is all exhausted already by trying to put this exhaust in. It's from the looks, it looks easy, but at the same time, to getting it through that whole sorry, I got this rag, but getting it over this rear axle, and kind of pushing it through this little small area while you have this hump was not easy. So it's basically the same thing, just like you were taking them out. You're going to be put in the same way. You're going to be rotating basically until you find a way where you can actually push it through and get it through that over the axle. And then once you get it up in here in this position, now all we gotta do is put these through these rubber pieces again, and get it up and hanging. And then we're gonna be bolting that front portion to the main exhaust system up front. Finally tightening down these bolts. So these are the last two things that we have to do. So there's two bolts, and afterwards it should be hopefully good to go. Alright, so you don't want to tighten them one side completely all the way and then do the other side. You want to do them kind of evenly. Yeah, in order, like by turns. Basically, you want to tie halfway one side first, and then do the other side. Then continue doing that gradually. You don't want to put too much pressure just on one side, basically. Alright, so we got everything hooked up. Now we're going to be removing the bubble wrap. Whoa, wow. There you have it. Looks nice. Alright. Wow. This is gorgeous. Ellie, crank it up. There we go. Hey, give it a little juice. That's good. And I hope you guys like this video. And I hope this one was somewhat helpful for those who are looking for similar setup. We'll do the same kind of project. And thanks for watching. And if you like this, please consider subscribing to our channel. And we'll hope to catch you guys later in future videos. Bye.